Welcome. Today we will speak about tools for online education. Online education, it's something that we getting used to, but at the same time, it's becoming more and more complicated for some teachers to provide quality online education. What should you do with this? Today we will speak about it. First of all, we will speak about attention and interaction of your potential students. Then we will see how vision and hearing is working while your students receiving their knowledge online. And of course, we will speak about the practical using of remote education technologies. So let's start. And first of all, attention and interaction is a key. So we should keep in mind that attention is a resource that should be reserved for important events. In modern world, we receive so much information, so definitely we have very selective attention in these terms. So what you should remember that your lectures, your activities, your speech should be not more than 45 minutes, because otherwise, even the most motivated student just lost his or her attention. So how selective attention is worked? Vision and hearing, how it works. Our vision works like the projector. We can focus on the interesting information, on the interesting picture, or on something that attracts our attention. It also could be a danger information, the danger picture, or something that actual for us right now or interesting for us right now. So we can see only that on which we are focused. And after that, we are like zooming our attention, and our vision choose only specific information among all the possible stimulators from the outside. At the same time, our hearing is working like a cocktail. It is a cocktail of different sounds, noises, most of them that we are used to. So it is important to remember when you will switch your voice or switch even speakers, it will attract more attention from your students. So keep it in mind when you provide your lectures. So let's start describe the practical elements of using digital technologies in education. Most of teachers are using Zoom for video conferencing. So let's start interact our students from the very beginning. Choose, for example, the passcode that will connect with the topic of your lecture or with your courses. Choose some funny passcode or passcode that will immediately remind your students that they are going to listen or going to perceive particular information. Then next, what you can do is use polls. Using polls are extremely interesting for the students. So you can prepare previously various questions about the topic of your lecture, of your practical seminars, tutorials, wherever. So in here, you can see the example how you can do it. You can allow your students to choose multiple choices or a single one. And the most interesting and interacting that after all your students will give their answers, you can share the results of your polls, and after that make the discussion. It's, I believe, increase the interactions of your students, and plus it will allow to make your seminars more interesting and more interactive again. The next, what you can use in Zoom are the whiteboards. There are some verifications of the whiteboards, but you can use the technology that calls problem lecture, for example. So you can give your students your opinion or opinion of popular scientists and propose them to describe some problem, the root of these problems, and to propose the solutions from themselves. It is also can allow to increase the interaction. The next technology that you can use in Zoom, it is breakout rooms. You can create as much breakout rooms as you want. It depends on quantity of the students that you have in the course. And also it allows you to assign automatically, so divide students for the group automatically, or you can do it manually depending on your preference, or if you know how to make the discussion inside of every rooms more interesting. Or you can allow students to choose the room who they want to be connected. And after they made the discussion in the rooms, for example, you can go to normal conference and allow them to present what they discussed. The next, it is for really brave teachers. You can allow to receive the feedback from your students. So actually, after the ending of your lecture or tutorial, they can put the feedback, sometimes not with words, just with sum up or down. But as I said, it is for the bravest lectures. Generally, it's a very useful platform for those who are working in asynchronous education. It allows to look through the presentations for students who are not capable to attend the lectures or seminars in the real time. As you can see here, Genially allows you to hide in your presentation a lot of interact tools. For example, you can give the link for additional information to allow students to read more about particular question. You can also insert the link for the video, for the social medias, allows them to share or contact you with your social media or something else. Also, Genially allows you to create interactive questions while you presenting the material, or while the students get this material in a self-educational process, as we already said, when you are working not in synchronic regime. Another useful tool for remote education is a new platform that calls Nearpod. It has variety of interactive tools, how to make your audience work together. First tool that we want to present calls collaboration board. So you can prepare controversial question, for example, for your students, and allow them to share their opinions anonymously or with their real names. So it's allowed students to put their opinions on this visual board, and they can share their thoughts with text, with audios, with videos, with GIFs, with pictures. Anyhow, it is even more comfortable to share the opinions than we used to when we work offsite. Another function of Nearpods, you can create them little play games, like, for example, matching pairs. So they can match pairs in various topics. Here you can see the example from marketing concept and the main representatives. So yeah, mainly students are adult people, but still they like to play. And to play more with them, you can use another tool in this Nearport platform. It is called Time to Climb. They can answer the question, and as fast as they answer and as more correct than they answer, they climb to the top better than their competitors. So usually it is very interacting and very interesting for the students, but at the same time, it's enrich your educational program. What personally I like in Nearport technologies is that you can always see the activity reports, how your students work during the lecture. So here you can see the example from the real seminar. First of all, you can see how many students will participate. Secondly, you can see how they were active on particular activity, and even it allows to assess their work. And of course, it is suitable for the most shy. At the same time, activity reports can show you as a teacher what type of questions were more controversial for the students, what part of material was more difficult for them. You can see that some questions were most difficult for the students, and it allows you to provide more information for this part of discussion or this part of talk. And the most important, please don't forget to acknowledge the success of your student. Please let them feel that they are very valuable for you, and you understand that they are working, even though you don't see them personally. Yes, they work remotely, but still they put a lot of effort sometime to work and to be acknowledged. So use tools and teach remote.